I'm here today because I am very enthusiastic about the future for legal services, the delivery of legal services, and I want bar associations to be agents of change, not obstacles to it. Well, we started in this space of thinking about how things could be better, how we could better serve people who need legal services and can't afford them. Decades ago, actually, but thinking about the way in which the systems that have existed need to be changed. That's kind of a new way for us to be thinking about it. And we had a judicial crossroads task force when we saw that the way in which the court system was operating in the 21st century was not meeting the needs of people. And that was really a very encouraging and successful process. And so we followed that up a couple of years later with the 21st Century Practice Task Force, where we were gratified that well over 150 people, lawyers mostly members, but not entirely members, other stakeholders, came together for a year and came up with many ideas about how things could be better. And so we've jumped in with both feet into thinking about how the Bar Association can help the legal profession develop into a more effective mechanism for meeting people's needs. I think we're primarily a convener of ideas, of bringing people together to talk about ideas. Hopefully we can be a place where people will challenge the norms. Our history has been sort of preserving the norms, and I think we're at a point where we need to be thinking creatively about how we can change the norms in order to be better about making sure that everyone has access to justice. I think that the fact that we did talk about access to justice as something separate from the delivery of legal services really impeded our ability to improve the justice system overall. And so I like the idea of saying this is about how people who are engaged in the delivery of legal services, lawyers primarily, I mean they're my members, how we can do that most cost effectively, whether we're doing it for a business client who has, millions of dollars to spend on legal services, or for someone who can't afford any extra expense and has a serious legal problem. I mean, a lot of the tools that can make the delivery of legal services more affordable work across the board. I'm really focused on making a better lawyer a happier lawyer. I think there are a lot of people who went into the law thinking that it would be a place where they would have a thriving career and also feel like that they were serving the public or helping a client solve a legal problem. And a lot of lawyers are finding that much of what they do is not really focused on that experience. It's they're either not thriving economically, or they're thriving economically, but their work is not very satisfying. And I think that the idea of figuring out how to make the processes involved in access to justice more user-friendly, more client-centered is the way to make both clients and legal practitioners happier with the experience. Yeah. So as Executive Director of the State Bar of Michigan, I feel really, really fortunate that right in my backyard is one of the premier pioneering law schools for figuring out the importance of innovation and research and development and data to how to make not just the law school experience better, but how to make the legal profession more relevant, more user-friendly, and again, how to make lawyers happier in what they're doing because they're serving their clients better. Yeah, well, the energy in this room is great, and the idea of constantly challenging us to step out of the normal way that we think about doing things is really an exciting experience. And the diversity of the people in the room is a pleasure. So thank you.